So OBS has this built-in feature that allows you to control what actually goes into your Twitch VOD. This could be used to remove music from the Twitch VOD. Say like you're playing copyrighted music, you want to remove it from your VOD for whatever reason that may be. I only play no copyrighted music on my streams, but if you want to do that, you can. So here's how. So the overall premise here, what you're trying to aim to do initially is to separate your music from the rest of your sources in your OBS audio mixer. You may have already done this. You may already have your music set on a different slider in OBS, and that's fine. If you've done that, skip to the next step. But if you haven't done that, then you can do it in a number of ways. It depends on what audio source you have. It depends on what devices you have. I've got a GoXLR, so you need to set one device as the music device in the GoXLR. So this is a standard desktop audio input that you can set in the settings, in the audio settings. So I have it as desktop audio 2, being music for my TC Helicon Go XLR, and you can of course check that it is correct in here. So that's not going to work straight away because you need to make sure that your Spotify is actually playing on that track, on that music source within your Go XLR. So the way that you do that is by playing any song on Spotify. Make sure it's playing a song. It doesn't matter what. Then go down to your audio settings down here, right click and open sound settings. Scroll down to app volume and device preferences. Scroll all the way down until you see Spotify or whatever app you're using, and make sure to click on that and make sure to click on Music, TC Helicon Go XLR. Again, this is going to differ very slightly depending on what app you're using, whether you're using other audio routing systems, but for the Go XLR, for a lot of different options, just make sure you route it to this exact Music Go XLR system. So to test that that's working, I'm just going to play some Stream Beats Lo-Fi. Let's see if it works. And you should now see that the music is actually being played on that track, which is excellent. You can see the waves going up, and as we increase the volume, it goes up and down. Excellent. So that now shows that the music is actually on a separate track, but it hasn't been removed from our Twitch VOD yet, so we'll do that right now. So the way that we do this is by going to our advanced audio properties, which you can get to by clicking on any of the 3 dots in the audio mixer, and then going to advanced audio properties. Now, lots of random stuff on the screen here that you don't need to care about for this tutorial. The only thing that we do care about here is the tracks on the far right of the screen. Now, the way to think about tracks is just individual outputs. So you've got numbered tracks 1 through 6, and each number corresponds to an output. For most people, your output will be your stream, and that's it. You won't be outputting it anywhere else. So for most people, you'll only use track number 1. But the magic in this tutorial, in this sort of method, is by using the second track, or a third track, or a fourth track, whatever you want to use. I usually like to use number 2. So let's think about this logically. We want our stream audio to have everything. We want our gameplay audio, which is desktop audio. We want our mic, and we want our music in our stream, right? We'll have everything clicked. Now for our second track, this is going to be our VOD track. This is going to be what's going to appear on the VOD. So we want our gameplay audio, we want our mic, and we also don't want our music. The music doesn't want to go on the VOD. I'm not going to explain why. You guys don't need to get the explanation why, but the music doesn't need to go on the VOD. I don't think we need to hear it. So now our VOD track will have our gameplay audio, our desktop audio, and our mic, but will not have the music. So then to set our VOD track as our second track that we just set up right there, we need to go to settings, then go to output, and then go to Twitch VOD track. This allows you then, once clicked, to select which track is going to be used for our Twitch VOD. And you can see that number 2 is selected because that's the one that doesn't have the music selected as the output. Of course, for our stream, we want the audio track to be number 1 because that has everything selected. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions, and that is the easiest way to remove your copyrighted music from your Twitch VOD.